What a fun game that was. The Red Wings come into Montreal as we go again with the baby blue reverse retros, and yes, we lost in overtime, but I think the reverse retro curse is starting to tilt the other way because that was an incredible game with some incredible performances, especially RAFAEL Harvey-Pinard, and you won't want to miss anything I have to say on this game reaction edition of Habs Digest. Hello, bonjour, ahoy, and welcome to today's game reaction edition of Habs Digest. I'm your host, Josh Gosse, and really quick, before we get into the game recap, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you're new or a returning viewer who hasn't hit that button yet. What a game. I mean, that was so fun. It was a nail-biter right until the end, with Detroit eventually edging out Montreal in a play that I thought looked offside in overtime. There was no review. Clearly, the Habs staff didn't think it was offside, so the game ends there, but, oh man, it was fun. And it works well for the tank. Team Tank, let's go. Bring it up. Bring the graphic up. I know some of you don't like Team Tank. I know some of you are like, no, we gotta win. Team Tank's a bad ideology. But this is a good tank win. 4-3 against the Red Wings. It's an overtime loss. I know we get that 1 point. Whatever. But some people really impressed this game. And let's just start off by talking about our boy, Lavaliger, RAFAEL Harvey-Pinard, a guy that early in the season we thought probably wouldn't even get any shot with Montreal this year. We looked how Montreal has lots of forward depth. I don't think this guy's going to end up with the team, but sure enough, with Drouin, Armia, Slavkovsky, Byron not coming back, and a million other players that are now on IR, of course Gallagher himself, these guys get a shot. We get a fourth line of Pezzetta, Belzile, and Lavaliger, RAFAEL Harvey-Pinard, and boy did they impress tonight. After Montreal goes down 1-0 on, again, Jake Allen has this thing where the first shot of the game, do I still have this? Yeah, Jake the Snake. Jake the Snake on the first shot of the game, I feel like there's no bigger rivalry in all of hockey. This guy gives up a goal on the first shot or one of the first few shots so many times, it's shocking to me. And really, you know what? It wasn't even entirely his fault. I got to put some blame on Chris Weidman. He just didn't play the rush correctly and then provided a screen on Michael Rasmussen's shot. Yeah, it was a snipe, but Allen couldn't see it because of Chris Weidman. Put Kovacevic back in the lineup, for God's sake, especially now that Joel Edmundson got hurt in this game. Again, just another player to add to the injuries. Caden Gooley and Joel Edmundson. Earlier in the season, I said, oh, well, we have so many left-handed defensemen. I mean, we're going to have to play some left-handed guys on the right side. Monkey's paw curls. Joel Edmondson's now out. Caden Gooley is out. Let's hope Edmondson's not out for long, so maybe we can get some trade value up and ship him off. Who knows, whatever. But he's gone now. So it's looking like Weidman might end up sticking in if we keep running with 11 forwards. But either way, I need Kovacevic to play those minutes instead of Weidman. And I think a lot of you will agree with me on that. Kovacevic just genuinely gives us a better chance at winning. But that's beside the point. We're down 1-0 on the first shot. And who else comes to play other than the fourth line again? Now, that's not to say they were the only good line tonight. Everyone played pretty well tonight. Anderson had some good hustle again, though, kept losing the puck on rushes. Suzuki looked solid. Dach, I'm going to get into Kirby later. But that fourth line, Belzile, Harvey-Pinard, and Pezzetta, it's interesting because our third line is really the one running without a center, and the fourth is those three, the Laval three. And they go in, super hard forecheck by Harvey-Pinard, knocks the puck away. Belzile forechecks again, kind of just tips the puck towards Harvey-Pinard, who kind of bumps it off his skate to Pezzetta out in front for the world's weakest backhander that somehow beats Ville Husso point blank, and the Habs tie the game on a goal from that trio. Harvey-Pinard and Belzile with assists. Belzile now has, I think, 5 points in his first 3 games with Montreal because he had 2 assists tonight. Amazing. Pezzetta with the goal. It was awesome to see. And it was 1-1. And later in the game, shorthanded, who else but Harvey-Pinard again? It's Harvey-Pinard and Dach on the break. Dach with a beautiful saucer to Harvey-Pinard, who does something very similar to what we saw in the playoffs in the Stanley Cup run from Cole Caulfield against the Vegas Golden Knights, where he went short side, top shelf on Robin Lehner. Harvey-Pinard did the same thing tonight, except it was blocker side, since he's a left-handed shot. He puts it up and over the shoulder, and boy, Husso couldn't do much about it, and it was 2-2. Because Montreal, this game was back and forth, right? Montreal goes down 1-0. They tied up 1-1. They go down 2-1. Harvey-Pinard short-handed early in the penalty kill, makes it 2-2. They go down 3-2 again. A couple of Detroit goals that, one was on a rebound scramble that Allen had no chance at getting. One was tipped off, I think, Soderblom's chest right in front of the net and just down past Allen. A couple rough goals that Allen couldn't do much about because Allen, all the same, had 38 saves on 42 shots tonight. So even though he let in a goal on the first shot, after that first shot, 38 saves on 41 shots. So very, very good. But down 3-2. It's Harvey-Pinard again on another break, this time just shielding the body, just using his body in a backhand over the glove this time. He's just picking the corners on these breaks, and he just single-handedly carried Montreal through this game, and that goal had an assist from Belzile as well for his second assist in the night, his first multi-point game of his career. Same thing with Harvey-Pinard. It's not only his first multi-goal game, but his first multi-point game in the NHL, and he gets 3 points, 2 goals, 1 assist. I mean, I was tempted to just get my baby blue reverse retro and just get Harvey-Pinard number 49 on the back. I didn't do it, but I kind of want to, because I said in the last game recap, I mean, that line was the best against the Bruins, and Harvey-Pinard in particular impressed me, and I said if he keeps playing like this, he's going to get more ice time, and he's going to get more opportunities, and sure enough, he did tonight, and he made the most of it. He was amazing all night long, so amazing, in fact, that as we went into overtime, after an amazing, our power play looked amazing late in that third period. We had an amazing chance. Hoffman with a one-timer with 0.1 seconds left. Husso makes an absolute robbery to send it to OT. After Allen had made multiple robberies on the other end, this was one of the most fun goalie duels, at least in the third period onward, that I have seen in a long time. Allen and Husso both making outstanding, phenomenal saves. Allen with the glove, Husso with the chest diving across to save a Hoffman blast. It was super fun. And as we get into overtime, like I said, RAFAEL Harvey-Pinard gets rewarded, as he should. He's on the overtime power play with the likes of Nick Suzuki, Mike Hoffman, and Kirby Dach. And oh my god, I'm not sure if it was Dach. It was at least Suzuki and Hoffman, and I think maybe Matheson or someone else. I can't remember. Either way, Harvey-Pinard was out there with those guys. And guess what? He got a perfect chance to Hoffman, back to Harvey-Pinard, to Hoffman, to a Harvey-Pinard one-timer on his strong side for a one-time shot. And Husso comes over with the glove and robs him. It was just pure robbery. It was a shame he didn't get that hat trick. That was one of the most golden hat trick opportunities I've ever seen. Husso unfortunately made the stop. And as overtime went on, of course, the Red Wings get back to full strength. Michael Rasmussen comes down, does a great job of outweighting the defense, makes a beautiful feed across to Robbie Fabry, and the game ends 4-3 for Detroit. It was just a super, super fun game. Montreal got horribly outshot, 42-20 something, 22, 23, something crazy. Hey, I mean, we at least hit 20 shots. It looked like for a long time that we weren't even going to hit that. And one other point that I wanted to get into. So, I've done my talk about RAFAEL Harvey-Pinard. I got to talk right now about the Kirby Dach fight, because I waited too long to talk about this. Kirby, our boy Kirby. This guy, what happened to him? He's turned into a beast. The negatives for Kirby Dach coming out of Chicago was that he's a big frame but didn't use his body physically. He didn't use his physicality to fight for pucks. He didn't do many board battles. He wasn't a scrappy player. He didn't really use his strength around the net. And he comes to Montreal, and those are maybe his biggest strong suits other than his playmaking. This guy is nuts. He's dumping the puck in, laying the body. So does Harvey-Pinard, by the way. And he's scrappy, winning board battles, knowing how to use his size, and tonight he got into a fight with Andrew Copp. Dach was tossing people around. He tossed 6'6" Michael Rasmussen to the floor earlier in the game. He looked dazed, and then him and Copp get talking on the opening draw of the second period, and guess what he does? They say, okay, let's fight. Kirby Dach, 4 or 5 punches? I don't even think Copp got to move his arm before he was on the ice, just begging to go to the penalty box to get away from this guy. I'm playing the animation again. Kirby just drops Andrew Copp in one of the best fight wins I've seen by a Hab this season. Yeah, Jack Guy fights are fun, but when Kirby drops the gloves and wins it extremely convincingly, how can you not love this guy? How can you not be so excited for this trade? Everything was so fun about tonight's game. 3 points for Harvey-Pinard, 2 for Belzile, a Kirby Dach fight and a win, plus a Kirby Dach assist. Yeah, Suzuki maybe didn't get as good of a game as you might have wanted, but holy crap, this game was entertaining. And I'm missing a lot of points too, especially in that third period. Some great chances created by some awesome plays, like a Mike Matheson spin pass to that Hoffman shot late in the third. Some amazing Jake Allen saves point blank that there were so many I can't even mention, right? We see Sam Montembeault make these same saves. It's great to see Jake Allen back. I kind of didn't really talk too much about him, this being his first game back. Under the pressure of the reverse retros in the Bell Center, I think he held his own very well. But yeah, I mean, this game had it all. This game was super exciting, and at the end of the day, we get an OT loss. We get 1 point, and we're slowly falling down the standings, getting closer to Bedard, but at the same time, this game was awesome for these young guys' development, and I seriously think that Habs management is going to have to take a second look at RAFAEL Harvey-Pinard and maybe the rest of the guys on that fourth line for permanent spots next year if we ship a lot of bodies out. that'll do it for this game reaction edition of Habs Digest. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, comment, subscribe to the channel, do whatever you want. We love the support recently. These videos are going off. Like, for anyone that's still here at the end of the video, comment, what do I want you to comment? Just comment still here or something nice. I don't know, because a lot of you guys, a lot more than I thought, stay right until the end of these videos, and I really do appreciate it every single time. So thank you again. We're glad you support us, and we hope it continues long into the future. I'm your host, Josh Gosse. We'll catch you in the next one.